Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
He likes the air. Oh my gosh, Elliot. He's the one that's the psychopath.
Oh, no, he's not.
There's, okay, hold on. There's this one too.
I want that one.
You want this
Riley
one?
can have that one.
Okay. I got
So fluffy, I'm gonna die. This is what I wanted. Thank you. It's a what? It's a
unicorn.
Oh, it's a unicorn. What is it? A Baxter.
A Baxter.
Oh, it's a squishy. Ooh, it's scented too.
If you couldn't tell by those last few clips, I was pretty sick all weekend and not feeling too hot, so I tried not to talk a lot at the show, which means I'm gonna have to voice over like this entire video, so I'm really sorry about that, but right now what I'm doing is schooling Marco since I am gonna show him tomorrow. And now Riley's on him so that she can get ready for tomorrow. She's gonna be doing walk trot on him.
I did so well. It was hard to keep my heels down when the stirrups were rubbing against me.
It will be easier tomorrow. And now I'm schooling Cain. I'll also be showing him this weekend, as well as Riley's sister Maddie. It's gonna be Maddie's first horse show. And then also my new working student will be showing Cain as well. This is gonna be her first show with me. She's only been riding with me for a few weeks. So we're just gonna do a couple flat classes just to get her back in the ring, and you know, we'll just see how it goes and go from there. You have Marco's listening skills.
Directions and canter. Oh, there. There you go. And what? Your pony pats. Take a shot.
Yeah.
Are you excited for your first show?
Yeah. This is Marco when he doesn't want a canter. You're weird. She makes the actual noises too. Oh, Riley.
Lean on your feet.
I need to land on my feet, okay?
Good job. You want to pull your...
You said you'll give me a lesson with me after
Yeah.
we leave.
It'll just be on the lunge line though,
No.
for a while.
Please don't make me do a sitting trot. That makes my legs so sore.
Sitting trots are easy, Riley. What are you talking about?
Seriously, I hate these doors.
Want me to get it? Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Marco. I was hoping to hack Bacardi tonight, but apparently the ring closes at 8, which has never been a thing before, but apparently it's a thing now, so now I know that. So we're just gonna get the horses fed and head to the hotel and order some pizza. Oh, there's Pat. Could you reach my purse by chance?
Sure.
It's Bye. You can probably get to it here. I just have so much stuff. It's the brown thing. I had $70 in change in it. I took. No, I did. I took it to the bank, and I was like, "Can I get cash for this?" And she comes back and she was like, "Okay, you had $70." And I go, "Oh shit!" And she looks at me, and I was like, "That was all in my purse." And she's like, "Oh my god." So, yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge to tear a slice of pizza with only one hand. Just an FYI. Yesterday, the people that own this horse asked if I could feed their horse in the morning since they weren't going to be showing until way later in the day, and I told them I would, so that's what I'm doing right now. And now we're all heading up to the ring so that Riley and Maddie can do their 2 walk trot classes this morning. Maddie ended up winning the walk trot under saddle, and then she got 6th in the equitation, and then I think Riley got 2 5th place ribbons in both classes. He is a good boy. Okay, let's go back to the barn.
So we're gonna put them up.
Yep. Smile, Maddie.
I got something stuck in my eye.
Smile.
No, I got something stuck in my eye.
Okay, now smile while you're doing that.
That's really cute. Okay, we have a little bit. You're gonna be the next one to go.
Okay. I'll hit you with the bucket.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Where are you gonna find a bucket?
Look how dirty my hair is.
Oh my god, the last one showed
Don't think Stephanie won't hit you.
one on my Snapchat. Stephanie
I got hope. Stephanie, I can take a video of you trying to get it.
and Riley was riding me down the aisle like a horse.
Only 2.
You know I'm gonna put this on YouTube, right?
No, don't. Okay, fine.
No name brand.
That's cute.
Thank you. I got these ones. I thought they were amazing. Wait, they have talkies for dogs?
Those are for horses.
Oh, for horses? Can we get some for Cain?
Maybe. I don't have any money with me right now.
I'm getting them.
Stop. My own one. Oh, look how cool! Look how cool this is. We might get a Baxter. No, they don't have any alligators.
No. Her ears are really sensitive.
Come on.
She might be allergic to nickel.
So, Maddie, whenever they said reverse, and that's when she was fixing her stirrup, and she looked like really confused. We're standing there, and she's like, "Yeah, when they said reverse, I was like, I got confused because I didn't know how to back him up."
So then after that, then what I did is I went.
Well, now you know what you're doing for tomorrow.
I just went. I'm like, yay!
So reverse means switch directions.
Yes. So I was like, oh,
I really thought we've talked about that, but maybe we haven't.
yeah, that was funny though. This is what happens when you have the craziest little rider.
What?
I just want to take one of them.
Okay, guys.
Stay with me.
Can I help you video?
Now we're up at the ring for the 2 flat classes that Madison is going to do on Cain.
I want to try.
Well, you can do the rest of it.
In
when
there?
Maddie's done. No, not in there.
Why?
Because you can't go in the ring.
No, not in the ring. No, like sit right there and video.
Oh, you want a video. You don't want to clean the boot?
No.
Cain ended up winning this under saddle as well, and then they were 4th in the equitation.
Good job, Maddie. No. Yay, Pony.
Don't be too loud because we're not by yourself.
Somebody move this skip stone. Okay, so my sister is acting like Stephanie is a horse. So let's see what happens.
YouTubers.
I want you to try. You can't get dirty.
Stop kicking me.
Then trot.
Then trot. Then back to a canter. Then trot. Yep. Then canter. Quicker.
Oh, stop. I'm a crab.
I need to fix his mane. That's what I should do right now.
The shaving. Do you want to get coors off?
Make sure this side's undone too, then that way you guys can get it.
I need help. Little Madison needs help. Every horse at the barn likes me. Madison. They love me.
There you go. And then now you'll just dump it.
Ready? I'm trying to get it out all in one chunk. Wait, stop hitting it. Wait, stop kicking it.
There you go. Now try it. Potatoes that great.
There you go.
Do you guys want a shovel?
No.
Or you can just use
Maddie,
your
look,
feet.
using our hands.
Okay. Oh my. You guys are a mess.
Ready, Riley?
No, not up in the air with a horse in their stall.
I needed to trap holes with these on.
Well, that's what I told you.
Holy macaroni! Holy macaroni! Get out of here! No!
It's gonna take forever like that.
I want to take the video of you doing it then. Well, I guess Stephanie doesn't want us doing it because we're too slow. Here's one. Riley, act like you're laughing because he did something funny.
His ear. What are you doing? Hi, buddy. Hi. Bacardi. He's like, okay, I'll just do this one then.
So as you probably gathered by now, I had forever and a day until I needed to show Cain. So we headed over to the other ring because there was like this Western fun show thing going on. So we watched that for a second. And then we went back over to our ring and I asked if the jumper ring would be open tonight. And they were like, no, probably not because that show's going to run pretty late too. And I was like, aw, crap, I should have asked that earlier because I could have schooled Bacardi and coors during all this time we've been doing all this other random stuff. But anyways, I decided to get on Bacardi really quick before I had to show Cain, and as you can see, he was a little bit fresh because I have barely been able to ride him, and I didn't get to ride him yesterday, so we had quite a fun time.
A few moments later.
This under saddle was an absolute nightmare. Cain was so good in it though. There's a ton of horses in it. It's very crowded and a lot of them were acting up, being really goofy, and I'm sure it's probably because there's a lot of horses in the ring. But anyways, Cain ended up not getting a ribbon in this. We had some issues with the left lead. I got stuck in the worst possible place that I could be. So we picked up the wrong lead at first, and so that obviously hurt us. And then we got stuck by a horse that was being really goofy and I couldn't get away from it, and it was right in front of the judge, so I'm sure I probably got in trouble for that one too, and I feel really bad about it, but I literally had nowhere else I could go. So yeah, I have anxiety just watching this class right now on this video. It was the worst. They definitely should have split us to canter, but you know what? Everyone survived and we're gonna live to see another horse show, so good job everyone. So now I'm on Marco. I'm going to do him in the open hunters, which is also what Cain's doing. Marco is going to do the 2-foot section, and then Cain is going to do the 2-6 section today. So Marco's going to go first. I haven't shown him in a very long time, but I feel like it could be good for him to have a little refresher because he's just been showing with the kids. Cain, no, Cain. Cain, Cain. Don't do it. And then we have Coors in the background tossing his head. You guys are characters. Cain put in 2 really good trips today. There were a few little things that I could have done better, but he ended up winning this trip, and then he was second in the other, and I think there's like 17 in the division, so I mean that's a pretty good day. And I haven't jumped a course on him since the last show in November, so it's been a minute. All that I have left to do today is school course, and I have to tell you, I was a little bit nervous about this one because I didn't have a place to lunge him, although I saw the sign of where you're supposed to lunge now, but I didn't see that until we were leaving the show. So I just got on him in a crowded warm-up ring and hoped for the best. Horse does not have a great track record of being a good boy at horse shows, so that's why I normally lunge him before I get on him, just to, keep me a little more safe. But I have to tell you, I was so impressed by this horse today. He's never been here before, and I brought him, thinking that I was gonna have some work to do. I was like, this environment's gonna freak him out. But he was the most relaxed that he's ever been at a horse show. He got a bath right after this because he looked atrocious, and then I got to meet some of you guys, and that was honestly my favorite part of the weekend. Say hi!
Hi, buddy. I love you.
Elliot, you look like the most pathetic little spoiled animal I've ever seen in my life. I did just grab 2 candy bars. I have no self-control. It's fine. I'm just kidding. It's not fine. I'm starting to get a little chubby. I need some help. I need a gym. Elliot, what's our room number? You little traitor. Wait, I'm not in the proper position.
Ready? Come on.
Elliot.
Come over.
Oh, good job. Maddie's gonna do walk trot on Cain again today. This is her getting ready for that. And then Riley's gonna do trot pulls on Marco. And Evie's gonna be here as well to do cross reels.
Does my show coat look fine?
Yep. Let's go ahead and get your number on.
What? Done. I won't miss a lot.
I'm standing right here. We could skip a lesson on Sunday. Who cares?
Well, she was like, I forgot to skip a lesson.
I will not skip a lesson.
You're a good kid, Maddie.
Right either. Unless I'm sick. I don't want to get my
Watch out, guys.
Thank you.
Look how much better my boots look.
Yeah. You guys should clean them more often. This is the walk trot class. I forgot exactly what Riley and Maddie placed, but they both got ribbons. It was a big class, and I was really proud of them because I wanted them to work on spacing, and they did so much better with it today. Now Riley is doing trot pulls. This is her first time ever doing trot pulls at a show, which means this is her first time being in the ring by herself at a show, and her first time having to memorize a little course. She did really well with it. She got good ribbons in both trot pull classes, and I'm really so proud of her. Now Evie is about to go in the ring and do her cross reel courses. She also did really well today, especially since we weren't able to practice at home before the show because I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to come to the show or not. So like in her lesson, we weren't practicing for a horse show, but she ended up coming to the show and made it work. She rode really well today. This is only her second time doing cross rails, and she hasn't shown in quite a while. I forgot exactly what she placed, but she got good ribbons in all of her classes. This day was pretty hectic for me. There was not a lot of time to vlog in between horses. So now I'm on Coors. He's doing 2-foot jumpers today because he's still kind of getting back in the swing of this horse show thing. So he is getting ready for that. I decided to do a warm-up on him today because he still gets a little looky about new jumps, and he has never been in this ring before until right now. And here you kind of see he gets a little worried about this jump, but this is the only jump he had a problem with, and it's just because he had to go right by the people, and like I already knew going into it he was not going to be a fan of that, but he did it, which is a big step for him. But yeah, he was so good this weekend, literally the best he's ever been at a horse show. He's definitely going to start showing more this year. We're going to move up at the next show, and I'm really excited about that. I put all of Bacardi's rounds in here without cutting anything out, so I'm sorry if you guys get bored, but I am still over the moon with how well this horse jumped around. He hasn't shown since like July. He was just so rideable. It was amazing. It was the best ride I've ever had on him in my entire life, and I just can't get over it, so I wanted to keep it all in here, so enjoy. This is the jump off, and like I said, he hasn't shown since July, so I didn't get too crazy with it. I just kind of wanted to get him around today and see how I felt. This part coming up makes me laugh because the jump off that he just did ends on this jump right here, so he had it in his mind that he was supposed to gallop after that. And with this round, I needed him to turn to the right, and he was like, no mom, I can't turn right now, I need to gallop. And it was just a little miscommunication, but other than that, he was so good. Okay, this is the last of the back-to-back craziness, and then we get a little break for a while. But anyways, right now I'm hacking Cain, and thankfully this class goes a lot better than the class did yesterday.
Second place was 342. Yes. The women's antics. That was going to 369.
Cain ended up jumping right after the under saddle today, which was great. We didn't have to sit around and wait for hours. He did the 3-foot today. This is only his second time showing 3-foot, and he was fantastic. He actually ended up winning this trip right here, and it was a pretty big division again today. I don't think there was quite as many horses in it as there was yesterday, but there was still quite a few in it.
Can he swing from a web? No, we can't, cause he's just a pig. Here comes Spider Pig.
Are you just watching him eat?
I wanted him before pictures. I
Aww.
put this on so we can actually eat grass.
This is hay.
I know. I mean grass out there.
Do you name nubbies?
Yeah, I did. He let him eat because he behaved.
No, not yet.
You ready to get your pictures? Okay. Bacardi.
What's in these, Stephanie? Who wants it?
Feel free to come
Who wants
to
it?
Arena A and do that so we can get you in.
Give him a kiss.
Is it okay that I stare at you like this?
Sure.
See you
Bye.
next show.
Okay.
Or
Well, you will probably see me before the next show. You guys did really good.
Yeah, because look what Mom's taking home. This is between you and Maddie. Yeah, where we're gonna put them all. Make a whole wall. Yeah, that's what I'm end up doing. A whole wall. I'm not even gonna paint one of the walls in their room. I'm just gonna put the birds up and let that be their paint.
I'm an aggressive pony.
Aggressive
I'm in my stall.
Okay. Is this your companion animal? You look like a little demon.
Calm, horsey. Calm. You calm down. Don't make me. Calm, horse. Calm, horse. Calm. I said calm, horse. Calm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh. Nay. One more kiss. Bye-bye.
Bye, Riley.
Bye.
You did really good.
He's like, don't leave.
See ya. It started to feel like Madison's class would never get here, but it finally did, so we just gotta get her done and then we can pack up and head home. There were a few little issues in the under saddle, so she didn't get a ribbon in that, but she got a 5th in the equitation and it was a huge class. All things considered, she did amazing this weekend because she's only been on Cain a handful of times and she's not been in the show ring for a long time, and she's only been riding with me for 2 weeks, so it was a lot thrown at her and she did really well with it all.
He's like, oh my gosh.